It's the Social Revolution. I'm John Nayler, joined at my side by Puneet Sharma, specialist in graphic design. That's your credo, is it? Have you got a superhero name yet?
Yes, John. I think there was a bit of delay. Sorry.
Well, you want to start again?
No, I was just playing. It's all right.
We've got an outtake. Let's just keep going anyway. No, let's start again. All right, ready?
Yeah.
It's the Social Revolution. I'm John Nayler, and joined at my side by Puneet Sharma, specialist in graphic design. Have you got a superhero name?
I don't know. People call me all sorts of names, so I don't know. If you want to just name me.
Okay. We're inviting that sort of feedback this week.
Let's do that. A bit of interaction with the audience. Come up with a super name for John and I.
Oh. Well, no, I'm working on the Wizard or the Digi Wizard or something.
E-Wizard.
Yeah. Well, I did some this week with some dry ice, some water, and a book of incantations. It was a lot of fun. Got the audience going too. It worked.
Boy Blunder.
Boy Blunder. It's a Blue Tank Boy, I think.
Blue Tank Boy is good, yeah.
Oh, we're trying to get away from that one. No, but seriously, dry ice, read some magic about digital marketing, getting Google reviews. But anyway, we're not here for me today. We're here for you. That's why I was looking for your superhero name, because even, we got Princess Leia behind them.
Princess Leia. That's got stuck. I think we've unleashed a monster.
She got the big Sennheiser bloody headphones on. She looks like
She will hire you and then she'll fire you.
Look, actually, no, we're going to get around to you, I'm sure, but there's the circles are mixing, and everyone's talking about the fact that, a lot of jobs disappearing in the next 5 to 7 to 10 years.
It is.
So, Princess Leia, she's got a job in front of her. She's going to be a lot of people need to...
They've created a market for themselves, we'll do all the dirty work.
Yeah, wow.
So,
look, the thing is, and this is where a lot of coaching I do with people is around how do I start my own business, how do I start my own enterprise, how do I stay relevant in the world going forward. Certainly a lot of education to be done, and a lot of small businesses are going to be created on the back of this thing. Even if you get a payout and then go start a little side job and just to keep your mind active.
Absolutely, and I think in situations like that, people like me thrive because when people start up, a new business,
segue!
Yeah!
No, absolutely, yeah. So, look, and there's a lot of interaction to do with people about starting a business, and obviously yourself. If you're going to start a business, you need a logo, you need a durable brand.
That's what it is, and I get the dollar signs in my eyes, and I have this currency notes just fanning behind me.
But most startups have got like $50, to spare. For the logo.
I've had people offer me $50. Some people have offered me a really good opportunity for my portfolio per se. I'm like, oh yeah, bro, do this. It'll be so good for your portfolio. You'll look good. I'm like,
no, and they want they want the business cards and logo for $100.
Under $100.
Yeah, for 1,000.
1,000 business cards.
Can you do that?
Yes, they can, but you get what you pay for. I can do it, for you, but
it's going to be clip art.
Yeah,
it should be clip art at that price. No, but that's anyway. Look, there's that question you've got from your audience this week, where you want to talk about, logos and how to make them work across the different mediums.
Yes, that was the plan, and we're going to talk about it a bit. But just to fill in people exactly how we got to this point, I just sent a message out to people last week asking if they had any questions or any things that they wanted to talk about in terms of graphic design and branding, or anything whatsoever. I can actually help you with a lot of things. I can be a clairvoyant. I can be. I know. I'm just joking.
No, let's stick to the game. But anyway, but graphic design. So this week's question is how do you take? What is it? You do
so,
it.
This week's question has come from one of my really good friends and a close work colleague.
What's the question, Puneet?
I'll come to the question.
You're burning through time here, man. All right, let's get on with it.
So Jamie is the guy who asked the question, and
he's still rambling.
The question, if you let me talk, that'd be good. So the question is, what do you do when you have a logo which has been established in the past, and it necessarily only works good for one sort of a media? It could either work good for a print media, or it could work good for radio.
Yeah, some logos look better on radio, no question.
Yeah. So his question exactly was, how do you tackle that sort of a problem where a logo or a branding that is developed doesn't work well in the digital space, where I think you would also be able to help us in this.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, For me as a graphic designer, at the risk of sounding a greedy graphic designer, I would say rebrand, just go start from scratch, because when you develop that brand from the get-go, you've set yourself up for failure because you haven't thought ahead. And one of the things that I really stick by is when I'm developing a brand for someone, I think at least 10, maybe 12 years ahead, so that, being in that time frame, your logo is still relevant. Someone told me that it's a good practice every 5 years you should refresh your brand and just reinvent yourself. That's what keeps you ahead of the game. I don't know how or what you people in the digital marketing world think, if it's done, if it's cast in stone, what do you think?
Let's go back in the day, I mean, there's those classic sort of things you went, back in the early 2000s, late 90s, where the first websites were being developed and the people come to you and they didn't really get it. The funniest one out of that was like they'd have a, maybe a legal practice with a gold embossed logo or something like that. And we say, can make it embossed on the website, make it shiny on the website.
It's classic. I do have,
And it's like there's light already coming out of the monitor. It's already shining. And it's like we need to drop out the back. So there was all those sorts of things. And there's always been the classic problems with, animated logos back in the day.
Those were classic. The GIFs. They're coming back though. They're being,
No.
Yeah, they are coming back.
No, look, there's some fundamentals in my world. Like if you, particularly as a startup, where you're trying to make sure you've got something that's at least a little bit durable and a little bit, that works, but also it's going to be able to translate into the different mediums, is you keep your colour scheme.
Yeah.
Sure. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you
keep your list of colours.
Yeah, keep something which is more iconic to your brand and condense it so that even, the smallest segment or fragment of your brand is representing of what you what you stand for,
and keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
Keep the color count low. There's also that thing you need to make sure, and it's amazing. I see so many things come across my desk, and you say, well, you didn't think about the fact that we need a square edition of that logo. These days, certainly with an Instagram versus a 16:9, your logo's got to work in both square and landscape. Preferably portrait too, I guess.
I think from my point of view, you have to think as a reductionist. So you come up with a broad concept and then you just sort of chip away, take things out as much as you can, and the final product that would be left behind would be so potent and so memorable that would actually last you not 10, maybe 12, 15, 20 years, who knows?
Yeah, and then depending on who's going to do the work for you, like, there's a quality standard I adhere to, and I'm sure you're the same, but if you're going to use a lower cost, a lower budget website designer or outsource a bit, then keep it simple for those guys as well. So another thing is like avoid gradients,
Gradients? Not really. I am a big fan of gradients.
I know you're a big fan of gradient. I'm just saying, if you're a startup, if you're black and white or one color and white or something like that, you actually keep. I'm being really. You were talking reductionist. I say keep it really simple.
Yeah.
Facebook logo, a blue and a white. An IBM logo, a blue and a white. You know.
But then you can translate everything to different mediums. You can. It all depends on what side of your brand you want to project to your clients or to your audience.
Oh, I've been a tight ass. You're saying at a very minimum. That's it. We adhere to a quality standard that we would only do. But if you're going to do something that's outsourced or trying to do it for the absolute bottom price, it's going to be a 2-color logo.
It's cost effective, definitely. It is cost effective.
And you print your business cards,
you can
2 colors.
Still have lots and lots of fun, with minimal colors or minimal style or whatnot.
And there's room for that to evolve then. Yeah?
Absolutely. And I think I would do another series where people, how as a client, what sort of questions you need to ask your designer, like how to set up a brief for a designer so that they get exactly what you want. Yeah. The process is swift.
Well, let's continue that process because we're right out of time. Let's continue this talk in another video.
Yeah, we should do that.
All right, fantastic. Puneet Sharma, graphic specialist, and that's myself, John Nayler, and this is the end of the Social Revolution. We'll see you next time.